Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about where are her organs? Where's your imagination? Why are you mad at me just because I want to see an amalgam comic of Big Barda from DC and Jean Grey from X-Men? Like what? Like what? God forbid a boy have fun. Like what?
You know, in some universe, someone has that.
That's fan fiction right now.
That is crazy. But that's funny you said it because this episode we are talking about crossovers. I want to know about you guys is like maybe like top things you will want to see, just like fan stuff. Considering what I'm about to show you, almost anything can happen.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna start with the one. Okay, so this is basically the episode. I'm gonna show you a coming crossover. We're gonna talk about some crossovers we know that would work, and we're gonna talk about some that we just wish we could see. Okay. All right, this first one is real, and it's coming September and December of this year.
I know you fucking lying.
Yes, sir.
Batman is gonna figure out a way to kill his ass.
Kill him. Yeah, I was about to say
Yes,
like
sir. There is a
If there
Batman
is-
versus Deadpool or Batman
It's-
and Deadpool crossover coming.
brother. He is
if-
Deadpool's about to
if
go into
there's-
the Phantom Zone.
Yes, exactly. If there's anybody who's could figure out how to kill his ass, it's Batman. Just off of pure being annoyed, and Deadpool is gonna annoy the shit out of him.
And
Does he have a
Bats is
batarang at the
wrong.
top of his head?
Yes,
It
Yeah,
is a batarang in the top of his head.
Oh
He's
yeah,
already, Batman's already past that annoyed level. With that.
right. Just off of meeting him, probably. Like, is that an RPG on your back and a bow and arrow? Like, pick one.
We got,
you gotta
we
walk
got a
this
rubber
out?
Super
chicken,
soaker.
we got bat repellent.
Yep, a bat repellent water gun with probably
Arrows.
a rubber chicken. This motherfucker's got everything. That's a good one. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, that's one thing I wish they would put in a fucking Batman movie I have not seen. His
What?
electric gauntlets.
They'll never do it.
Oh, I don't know why out of all his weapons, those are my favorite, but it's never been in a movie.
Because it makes sense for Batman.
True, especially who he goes against the majority of the time. I
We
like
keep-
that art too.
People keep trying to give us like their weird interpretations of what they want. If you didn't want to give us Alan Moore, Jeff Loeb, Grant Morrison Batman, then give us Arkham Batman, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, we need Arkham Batman. Yeah.
But
that is-
bro, we are so down for this. Shadow
So-
of the Bat was my
There's
first
gonna be
comic.
an episode on Rico's podcast.
When does it come
We
out?
read
So I got till
Um,
September to start. Okay, got it.
yeah,
God damn.
yeah, you did.
Y'all hear
man.
it. Y'all hear it first, folks. God
You just
damn.
gave me a bunch more time.
Shit, he was like, "Man, I was gonna put something together this week."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you just set the clock back for me.
But
Appreciate it.
September, let's start with that. But no, I think I'm not sure. I do feel like, okay. How do you guys feel about Ryan Reynolds and being attached to Deadpool?
I'm not mad. I do not care. As far as I'm aware, all that stuff with
I mean, like
that,
as far as
yeah.
there's a new Deadpool game coming out, and they didn't have him for the voice. They Neil Patrick Harris is the voice.
They don't,
never
they
used
don't. Yeah, they don't use.
Is that
actors.
not
Yeah.
a thing? Okay.
It's
yeah.
not common. They don't do big actors don't lend their voices and stuff because it opens up a whole. It's a whole thing because
Yeah.
Okay.
one that would put out a voice actor and you would have to pay him. You would have to pay him a lot of money because you know how many lines they do for games.
Yeah.
It's stupid, and the amount of money you'd have to pay an actor like him at his level is stupid. So they don't ever really put him in there. But
that's gonna be the first Deadpool VR
who's
game.
voicing
That
it?
actually looked really good. Neil Patrick Harris.
I'm surprised they didn't go with. Well, I'm surprised they didn't go with Nolan North. He does a very. He did the.
I think,
the
hasn't he
official
done it
Deadpool game.
before?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
done it in the
okay, yeah,
official
yeah. I
Deadpool
thought
game.
he did it in the past. That one that came out on like PS3 or 4 or something like that.
He did it in Spider-Man 2. Web of Shadows.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah.
I think if that's
Welcome,
Web of Shadows is
welcome to Pain Factor.
yeah. I don't mind him as Deadpool. Like I feel because he's so passionate about it, like he has as much sway on everything about it as like Tom Cruise does with his with Mission Impossible. Like
Both in front of and behind the screen, he is responsible for Deadpool, like as we know him now.
right, and
Like
what I do
even in the
when that
comics.
so before that first Deadpool movie came out, do y'all remember that CG little proof of concept that
Yes.
leaked? So it was never officially said, but everybody thinks he leaked it.
Yeah.
Um, he leaked it, and essentially the movie was shot for shot, or at least that scene was shot for shot in the movie, and they
Yeah.
think he leaked it to get the because that's a
He did.
small right, and that's a fan base
Wait,
that's
wait,
rabid.
repeat what just happened again?
So, and before the first Deadpool movie came out, a
Huh?
short the bridge scene where he drops off the bridge into that SUV and that whole fight scene, there was a CGI proof of concept that got leaked, like maybe a year or two before the movie came out, and because it got so much attention, like it just like snowballed it. Everybody
So
wanted this to be made, and it never was officially said, but everybody thinks Ryan Reynolds leaked it
so
for that purpose.
the
Go ahead.
reason people know that he did it is because of the phrase the what he says at the end of the trailer. And he keeps alluding to it after when Deadpool got made, he keeps alluding to the fact that it got leaked. Oh no, like who leaked
Oh
it?
yeah.
But
Hmm.
he says, "Hi Tom" at the end of the thing. That's directed at Fox chairman Tim Rothman, because
Oh,
Rothman was
because
the
he didn't
one
want to make
thing.
it.
He's the one thing standing in between Deadpool getting made at every turn,
Right.
because
Hmm.
he just didn't have any faith in it.
Right. And
And
that fan
so,
base is I knew about that fan base even before the movie come out. And those motherfuckers are crazy for
yes,
Deadpool.
there's also a great just side tangent because we talked about Deadpool. There's also a great fan made trailer from, I watched it back in like what must have been like 2012. It's a fan made trailer for Deadpool using the footage from like Punisher, some of some Fifth Element, but it mainly is Ryan Reynolds from X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Okay.
because he's Wade Wilson in that, which is like the
Right.
precursor to
Hmm.
Deadpool, whatever. And
Hmm.
it's cobbled together. Obviously, if you know what you're looking for, you can see how it's put
Just like
together.
that movie.
But it's yeah,
Complicated.
exactly. But it's a great fan trailer, and it's set to "Burn It to the Ground" by Nickelback, which is amazing. And artistically speaking, the last like 10 seconds of it, because they have this great outro for the song, it just hits perfect. But yeah, he definitely leaked that. He aimed
Yeah.
that at the fucking the Fox chairman and everything. Like, yeah,
Yep. And so yeah, I think it's a like he was made for that role, just like Robert Downey Jr. was made for Iron Man, and so they go hand in hand. I don't have a problem. Like I think they might need to rest him for a bit, which I'm pretty sure they are.
yeah.
He might pop up in Doomsday or something like that. I don't know. But as far as like his own movie, I don't know how he works better with people. I liked him and Cable. That was perfect
Yes,
because he's always annoying Cable. Like so,
pissing him the
I
fuck off.
right exactly. Like he works better with people. I think. So yeah, just rest him for a bit. Have him pop up and every so often, and and yeah. So I like him in small doses because he's just really acting like Ryan Reynolds at a point. So
Yeah, like I don't think they would try to and really get rid of him like that.
oh,
And
they're not. They're not. It makes too much money, and it's Disney money now.
to your point about the whole the comic book thing, even in as far as back as the Ultimates, um, they make a reference, because Deadpool's in like I think Ultimates Volume 2, I want to say Volume 2 or 3, but he makes a reference that he looks like Ryan Reynolds mixed with a Sharpay.
Yep. And he
And in the
mentions
first
that
movie,
in
he
the first
mentions
movie
it.
he mentions that. Yep.
They
Yep.
actually mentioned the Samuel L. Jackson reference is also in the first movie, or in the first Ultimates volume
Yeah,
as
because
well.
they made him look like Sam Jackson.
Yeah, I found it hilarious.
Yep.
But yeah, but I'm
Yep.
super down for this crossover. They were those
Yep.
These two were my first comics, Shadow of the Bat and I think like Deadpool number 5.
So is this the only crossover, or is this the beginning of several uh, crossovers between the universes? Same.
So that's what people are speculating. This is the first announced.
Oh, okay.
I do have a
I would love for
list.
us to do the amalgam verse again.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I,
that's like that's where that Batman Wolverine
Yeah, Death,
crossover is. Yeah,
talking about Deathclaw.
yeah, Deathclaw. That's yeah.
so
That's where he
listen,
lives,
listen,
right?
listen, listen.
Go ahead.
So this is what they did. So they were doing. So here's some pretty good ones. All right, they got Lex Osborne.
Ooh, Battle of the
Oh,
Egos. Okay, all
So we
right.
got Lex Luthor, Norman Osborn. I think
question for my comic book fans, real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Um,
I think
I know more.
this list is gonna be a good topic right here.
Mm-hmm.
I know more about DC than I know about Marvel in terms of villains. Um,
Mm-hmm.
how smart? I know Norman Osborn is an incredible
Lex is smart.
businessman, but
Lex is
like,
smarter than
okay, because I was
yeah.
like,
Lex
wait a
is
minute.
one of the smartest in his universe. I want to say.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's the smartest man on Earth.
Right. He and so
Norman's
Osborn is more of a scientist, but he's not
he
his in it.
understands what's
Right.
going on, so you can't
Exactly.
bullshit him about what's
Because
going on because he knows the science behind whatever you're doing.
right.
He's
I
not.
like it, but he's
His
not
focus
as
was just that glider, not world
exact. He's not
domination.
as his knowledge is not as tech based as Lex's is. But
Right.
he's more like scientific. Like he's the reason he developed the Green Goblin gas that turns him into the split personality thing. So he's more
Norman
of the
was saying,
chemist.
"Don't come after us."
Oh,
Right, yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
we could be
Got
wrong.
you.
So yeah,
His
he's more of the chemist, the scientific side, which Lex is too, but Lex is I think a lot
yeah.
smarter than
And
Osborn
you
is.
also got and no offense against my boy, but you
Mm.
also got to look at their enemies in their universes who Lex dealing
Right,
with and
exactly.
have to fucking rub elbows with, and the
You're
enemies
right.
he rubs fucking elbows with.
I'm gonna be
Norman
real with
Osborn is just Spider-Man for the most part, and honestly,
Probably King,
a few villains underneath beneath
probably
him.
Kingpin. He's always beefing with
Kingpin, yeah.
Kingpin. Yeah. Hmm.
What about Hobgoblin? What's his story?
That's his son. That's Norman's son's. Usually it's
that's
no.
somebody else too, though.
Yeah, it's been his son, but
What was the
the,
first
the the
guy's name?
mantles changed. So it was Green Goblin's been Osborn or Norman, but Green Goblin has also been Harry. But Hobgoblin was also Harry, and Hobgoblin's also been somebody else too. So I
Damn,
don't. Yeah, those
Um,
things change around a
that's a
lot.
whole
So
that's a whole fucking episode right there. A
yeah,
person.
and that's something I'm surprised we haven't seen Hobgoblin pop up in a movie.
it's too early for him right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because you got to go through a whole thing with Green Goblin and
Ned
all this other stuff.
Leeds, that's who it was.
That's right. He becomes Hobgoblin. Yeah.
Yeah, Ned Leeds is the first one, and then Harry becomes him later on
Right. Mm-hmm.
because he takes up the mantle or whatever.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, you're right. Lex is he needs to be smart because you think
I'm
about
gonna
he's going against Batman, Superman.
I'm gonna be real with you,
Already.
y'all.
Mm,
The only person I can think of like that's on that same level
mm-hmm. Who's?
is and it's a kind of a little bit overkill because of what he can do, but Doom.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you gotta think
Oh man.
like Lex becomes president,
While being
and
a criminal.
even before then,
I mean,
I love
stranger things
Superman.
have
No,
happened.
I
I know,
love
right?
Superman to
I
death.
was thinking that too.
I
Art
love
imitates life,
Superman to
huh?
death. I love our big blue nerd, but
Hmm.
Lex is what's really keeping that city together. Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
His
because
money.
every
yeah,
time Superman breaks some shit, he invests in it and fixes it and all this other shit.
he's like not for nothing, but he does clean up the city. He did do a lot. Now, obviously, he
Mm-hmm.
lets Inner Gang run around. He lets the
Mm-hmm.
suicides be what it is because he knows where his bread is buttered. But at the same time, Metropolis is hit by some bullshit. Like, how many times has Darkseid invaded? Like,
Like weekly, or
come on now.
Brainiac came and fucking
If this had been Gotham,
that shit would still
come
be.
on, come on, bro. Cataclysm fucked them up.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
fucking. He's waiting for Gotham to get level so he can buy that shit.
bro,
We'll make Metropolis too.
Yeah, fuck Bruce. Like he'd have to deal with the Court of Owls, and that's a whole different can of worms.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's
even for
true.
Lex, and then you
Yeah,
got the
even for Lex,
designer. I don't know if you remember.
Mhm.
They brought the designer
The
back.
rapper. Oh,
No. The fucking the old criminal.
oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
Saying bring it. You got to bring him up real quick. This is so much drip. Like when I tell you.
But the designer, he better be.
So he's a criminal mastermind. Think Raymond Reddington, but he plans the crimes instead of telling you about the people that know how to make the crimes.
Mm,
Like any kind of scheme you got going on, like whatever you think you can do, he can plan it better.
gotcha.
And like he like basically gives these like he would
Oh shit! Look
yes,
at him in the chair. Look at
bro.
that.
Y'all
Damn.
thought it was
Okay.
y'all thought it was gassing. When I say drip, brother,
I like. Okay, I like that. He know he clean too. The way he's sitting.
oh yeah, absolutely. Commanding.
I hope he got hands the way he's sitting there though.
Oh, bro, look at that sword. You see
Look.
that claymore?
Okay.
Well, yeah, he going
Oh, my
toe to
bad.
toe.
Sorry. Um, that is a
You-
bastard sword.
Yeah, Buzz, you better
Sorry.
get it right. Them
Sorry,
sword
sorry.
nerds gonna come after you.
Yeah, that
Quick
is a hand. That is a hand and a half. My bad.
Yeah.
with one of
But
them, probably.
This is the sword he actually had and sliced you.
yeah.
Stabbed you with it.
He stabs you with it.
Actually, sir, that was a German messer, not a Zweihander. Actually, you can see by the curve of the blade and the false edge with the clip.
I actually pulled out the wiki page to show you
Yeah. Yeah.
that I made.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, when it comes to intellect, Doom versus Lex, I am not sure. I don't know as much about Doom. He's smart.
Doom
He might be smarter than Lex.
I think he's smart. That's why I said it's a little bit overkill, but like that's what you got to do for Lex though, because like
Right.
Lex is number one, he's too fucking smart. Number two,
He
he's
is.
too fucking like savvy with business and shit, like
Right.
business, robotics.
Right. He's probably the most business savvy out of the three. But I think Doom might be smarter, and Doom always be fucking with magic and shit too.
Yeah,
So he's
Doom
got
is waste. Yeah,
he's
Doom is
always got
definitely-
he's got tech and magic on his shit, and having Latveria and all that shit going on.
So listen, so that just the move. So another one listed is Victor Von Ghoul, which is Ra's al Ghul and Doctor Doom mashed together.
Oh, that
Victor
would go.
Von Ghoul. Ooh.
That would be terrifying. Because that's double. Because I don't know if y'all know much about Doctor Doom. Do you know about the time thing?
Mm-mm.
So basically, he time traveled to a far point in time to learn some ancient magic. Got fucked up because he had to like coerce the person he was learning magic from. Got fucked up. Ended up basically having to get back to our time the regular way.
Oh, just wait it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, there's that. Then there's also the whole like.
And how far back was he again?
I want to say like the 1800s or something like that.
So
like
he's old as shit by the time he
yeah,
probably
but
used
like
magic to not age or something like that.
It's the magic and shit. Yeah,
Got you.
There's also the trip to hell to fucking punch Mephisto
And
in the balls.
And his mom in hell his mom in hell too.
Yep, he punched
Or
Mephisto
you
in
just
the
said that?
balls to get his mother's soul back. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's
sorry.
So that's
yeah.
canon.
Not the punching in the balls, but like going out there and bitch slapping Mephisto and like tricking
Which
him
is
all upside his head.
Essentially the devil in that universe, right?
Yeah.
People have been why do people want him to show up in live action so bad?
Because they
I don't know anything about
because they don't understand the character. They just hear big, powerful, scary thing and they want to see it.
Okay. Because I know he's the only thing I know about Mephisto is he's the one that fucked Superman over, or not Superman, Spider-Man over when because he wished to have his, I think everybody forget he revealed his identity. And essentially everybody forgot about him, which is how the most recent Spider-Man ended.
He said, got him.
Yeah, got his he got the monkey paw wishes.
Yep. That's exactly what it was.
He's always getting bitch slapped up though, because the Avengers went down there. Remember when fucking Mockingbird died? I have that fucking the 64-page fucking omnibus of the death of Mockingbird. the Avengers West Coast, mind you, not the
Oh, not
main
Prime.
Avengers, not the
It's in
main
the B
Avengers.
team.
To be at a B team.
The motherfucking B team, bro, went down there and got
Who's
Mockingbird
on the B
soul.
team for the?
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I think Hawkeye's in charge of it, but I can't remember. I can't remember who's on the squad
That's
though.
all you need
They
to know.
said
Like, I don't.
Hawkeye. The hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to go because that was his girlfriend.
Oh, that's
Like,
right. That is. Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny.
So yeah, they went down there to get
Not
to
disrespecting
get.
Hawkeye.
No, I Hawkeye's one of my favorite
Yeah.
characters, but like I know where he sits. Like, come on,
Right.
like
He should be
if it,
like, "Is it a Hawkeye? You gonna go take out the West Coast Avengers? The who?
yeah,
You'll figure out when you
exactly.
get there."
I like. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like the Ultimates version of Hawkeye way better than the regular version.
Okay.
It
Um,
was different.
he's more like he is in the MCU, where he's a agent of Shield first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like he's still Hawkeye. Don't get me wrong, but like he's like tactical dripped out and shit like that. He wears the fucking glasses and shit, and he has
Oh, the purple
the
glasses. Gotcha.
yep, all that kind of good shit. It looks fucking dope, but yeah, like nah, that Hawkeye is way better.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the combination of Ra's al Ghul and Doctor Doom?
Doctor Doom and Ra's al, bro, that's terrifying.
So,
I,
That's
I love. They're
there's no
both really.
Superman, Batman. Like, there's no detective Superman because it just blows everything up, right?
yeah.
Why are you blow everything up?
I just would assume if you were Superman, you wouldn't need all that, detecting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So when you
I mean,
say a crossover, is it one person or they're just in the same comic? The two people.
It could be
The
anything.
No, I'm talking about the Ra's al Ghul thing. Is that something already?
No. It's just so because they're doing the DC crossover started with
Oh, okay.
Deadpool and that they're going.
Uh-huh.
People are thinking like Warner
Oh,
said they're
okay.
going
This
to
is
start that amalgam as well.
got you. Okay. So this doesn't exist yet. They just want to. Okay.
Yeah, and
Got
then
you.
we just talking about just
Ooh,
random
oh
crossover.
man. So them against each other. They both. So I know Roz has the League of Shadows. I'm assuming Doom has something similar,
there
like
is
an army, right?
there is literally nothing Ra's al Ghul can do in this situation.
Oh, really? Compared to Doom? Okay. I
There
like
is
Roz. I like
literally
Roz just because I don't know. I just like the character.
listen. He has an army of like hyper ninja, and then
Who's
there's Ubu or whatever the fuck his name is. His manservant,
hmm
fucking and like numerous like uh allies and thralls and whatever you fuck you want. Fuck all that shit. Doctor
hmm
Doom is among the most intelligent beings
hmm
in his universe.
right, and powerful, which is weird
He's
because he's a bad guy for Fantastic Four. I don't feel like they. You know
the
what? I'm
only
gonna say
reason
that.
he the only reason he is a bad guy to the Fantastic Four is because he is bored.
Okay, that makes sense. But like my knowledge is, like I said before, is only the movies. Maybe they're more OP in the comics.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they
but
definitely
I
are. Like,
understand. I understand because Reed, both him and Reed are both the smartest people in the universe.
yeah,
So it makes
they
sense
have
why
like
they go toe to toe.
yeah, they do gentlemanly shit. But yeah, like
Right.
Doctor Doom is number one, like fucking smart as fuck. Like this dude
hmm
outwits like gods and shit like that all the fucking time. Like it's embarrassing how much this dude like just stunts on people in midair. And then there's the fact that he's like this motherfucker was Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, he was. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I did not know that. That's a
What?
feat.
Yeah. So that was he bored? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be Sorcerer Supreme now.
He got chosen off of some bullshit, but like
Uh-huh.
he was basically the next one available. Like he was the next one
Well, I
powerful
guess
enough. Yeah.
yeah, but see, he is he is very magical. Yeah.
We're talking
Damn.
about a human who learned that he could do magic later on in life.
Hey,
Studied.
so did Strange. Strange didn't
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
till later.
yeah. But hold on. He
Uh,
learned magic by himself.
hmm
Learned enough to go into hell
He say
bargained
going
for
to hell.
well, that's what he went for. The bargain for
Oh,
his
okay, okay.
mother's
I thought this was another
fucking
trip.
soul and shit. Yeah,
I'm gonna go to hell. Y'all need something?
yeah.
I'm going
Later,
back. I forgot
Yeah, I'm
something.
going back to hell. Y'all need some juice or something?
l- on top of being absolute fucking genius in robotics and all that kind of good shit,
Hmm.
the Doom bots, enough
Yep.
said.
And he stay hacking Iron Man. He stay hacking.
Oh, he's all up in
I
Iron Man's
saw
path, bro.
yeah, I saw a cartoon episode of the Disney Avengers cartoon, which is actually good. And
Oh yes.
I think Iron Man was like chilling in the Avengers Tower, and like Doom just shows up, and he was like already shut down Iron Man's armor, and like God, like his armor stays getting hacked by Doom.
Bro, Doom is in Doom is on his ass all the time
Hmm.
because our fucking Tony's a dick. I'm not
Yes,
even being it's
he deserved
it's
to get
yeah,
attacked. Yeah.
but it on top of all that like magical stuff being like technically sound, then getting into like him basically stealing magic, stealing knowledge and shit like that from all these other much more powerful beings to then become more powerful than them. Like this motherfucker travels through time, travels through dimensions and shit like that, is all the time fucking with cosmic bullshit. What the fuck is Ra's al Ghul gonna do with that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, yeah, I forgot he'd be fucking with
Batman
cosmic
gives
shit.
him fits.
That's true. And Batman can take him down. He just doesn't want to.
Yeah, because
You
he
know, but
knows what'll
Because he
happen.
want to get back at that daughter. That's why. So he don't want to
right.
settle too much.
Like he understand Ra's evil that he is. He does play a role in the
You know
greater.
what the bullshit is? I have a theory
Mm.
about this. I have never shared this before. Y'all getting a fresh take because I'm kind of high. I'm super high right now. Um, so
What the drugs is?
my theory has always been ever since I read Battle for the Cow, Hush, um, and a lot of the other the runs that involve him as a detective, and then reading a bunch of the texts of Ra's al Ghul and seeing how Bruce Tim and Paul Dini wrote him. One of my theories has always been that the reason he doesn't take down Ra's is because when he does, Ra's wins. Because he understands in entirety who and what Ra's is and his organization and why it's technically necessary. And
Mm-hmm.
if he takes him out, he will be obligated to fill that role.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
And that
understands Roz plays a bigger role than like he does. He'll stop his evil YN shit, but but
yeah,
the greater good,
but
he'll
but
stop
he'll
that
have
stuff. Hmm.
but Batman will have to take over. He will be
Right?
morally obligated to take over.
Isn't there is so?
And that's
This
what
is
Ra's wants
why,
anyway.
right? And this is a big. This is why Arrow. Why I pissed off at Arrow. It might as well have been Batman because there's a plot our
Yes.
whole season where he tries to get Arrow to be head of excuse me,
Yeah.
League of Shadows, which that's usually what
Ever.
Roz is going after Batman for. Like,
Yeah, that is never going to happen with
right,
Oliver.
right.
Ever.
The Arrowverse
Ever.
Oliver it is because he's essentially Batman.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
kills. So, and he did take over for a bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he did take over, and he understood why. It is just like you said. He understood this organization needs to exist because they're just ingrained like the Court of Owls, they're just ingrained and they need to exist. So yeah, that I like that.
Yeah.
And
It I didn't
I
even know that.
always like Batman and Roz's their back and forth because how much they respect each other.
Yeah.
He always like even though he's trying to kill him, he always treats him with that respect. He calls him
Yeah.
detective because he knows he's the world's greatest detective.
I mean,
And go ahead.
I'm about to say the reason he works is because he's a fucking Bond villain.
Actually, he is. Yeah. Compared to
That's
everybody else, compared to the other villains, yes, he is a Bond villain. Yep.
because whenever and it's the reason I said it because mentally with every other villain when you think of them going against Batman, you see Batman. You hear them say Batman. And you hear them call them by their Joker, Clayface, whatever, and you see
Uh-huh.
them, the Bat and the fucking whatever else clashing head to head. But whenever fucking Ra's al Ghul calls Batman detective,
Hmm.
that costume goes away,
Right. Hmm. Like he
and it
knows who he is. He knows he's
yeah,
Bruce.
and
Yeah.
and so it no longer becomes this figure and this other figure. It's two people that understand each other, like two different sides of the same coin, and
Yep.
that's why it works. That's why when that's why it becomes the Bond villain, because
Hmm.
now it's Bruce Wayne versus Ra's al Ghul.
Yep. So since I don't know if you had any other crossovers, Saint. So since we got Deadpool with Batman, who do we want, or have they said are we pairing with Superman?
I
Oh
was saying
shit,
things about Sentry.
Jesus.
Mm, well,
Um,
no, because that no. I guess if you want them to fight each other, that's fine. But I think reason why Batman and Deadpool is because they're on complete opposites. They're the
yeah,
extreme opposites, personality wise, tact or how they fight wise, what they stand for wise. They're in complete opposites. And I think you need something like that with Superman. Like you pair, uh, like Superman up with Wildcat. I don't know, like somebody like that. Like you need somebody that's a good pair. Like we know Deadpool's gonna annoy the shit out of Batman, and that's what
yeah,
makes that funny. Like who do you put that something like that up against Superman? Like if you just want
Punisher.
him to, if you, mm, I mean, he could stop the Punisher though. Like if they had to fight, like are we teaming them up or are they? I guess
I
quote
also
unquote.
see a
Both.
Batman Daredevil.
Um, I think they would probably respect each other because
Yeah,
they
they would
have,
immediately. Yeah,
yeah,
they
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 have
got
the
too much
same
sensory
general.
between each. Yeah,
Exactly. They would understand each other like
yeah,
completely. Like they got damn near the same story. One's just rich, the other one's
yeah.
not.
They can both tell when each other is lying, so like they would know immediately. Like
Yeah.
that shit will become apparent within seconds.
Yeah,
Like
they would team up quick. Like they would feel each other out. Like, Batman, yeah,
so.
Batman would,
So hear
yeah,
me
they
out.
would be good. Go ahead.
Hear me out. Just look at this poster. Just look at it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of imagination. Imagine random Afghanistan desert post 9/11,
No.
right? War zone type shit. Henry Cavill, Superman. Thomas Jane, Punisher. Superman, Punisher, Warzone.
Superman Punisher Warzone. Why is it in Afghanistan?
I just need the desert. That's all.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, what would they do though?
It would be like basically a clash of morals
Which
because
is a great episode of Daredevil show. Because
we're
damn, Daredevil's morals align with a lot of people.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but Superman could easily stop Predator though, or Predator, Punisher.
yeah, he could easily stop him, but like that's the thing. It becomes apparent really quickly what Punisher is doing, whatever story you need, Frank can fit it. But it quickly becomes apparent that like what Punisher is doing like is in the right, and that like Superman needs his help because you get what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't. But it all comes down. Like, what would he need his help with though?
I mean that depends on the plot.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just throwing
okay.
I'm
So,
just throwing a hook
oh,
out.
okay, got you. Like, if you're talking like their morals, yes, I completely
Yeah.
agree. But the problem, like, my only thing is like Superman can stop him easily. Like, he could, regardless of what his morals is, I'm gonna stop you because yes, you're doing
Oh
good,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're
No,
killing people.
it would be
You know,
it would be a team up that would start off antagonistic.
unless Predator has I keep
The
calling him
Punisher.
Predator. Yeah, because we were talking about the Predator. Unless the Punisher has gear that can not necessarily kill Superman, but
Yeah.
he gets kryptonite bullets or something like that. Not necessarily kill him, but like
Yeah.
he
Wound
doesn't
him.
want to kill him because he's good, obviously, but he doesn't want Superman to stop him. So
Mhm.
he has some Superman deterrence. He could get that from he rob Batman and get half that shit.
Yeah.
So
Or Lex. Shit. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
you
Lex always.
fuck all that. Fuck all that. We're sitting there hitting our head. Inner gang.
Yeah,
Punisher would
he would
totally be
he
against.
probably
He would rape the
he would
shit.
kill Intergang. He would kill all of them
Oh,
and take all their shit.
Cameron Manheim is dead.
Right. He
He
would
is
go in there,
dead.
kill all of them, take all their tech. So yeah, there you
Oh my
go. That makes
god.
sense. Yep. That's funny. Like,
Yeah.
damn, Intergang's gone. Like, one guy just fucking killed them all. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
All
what
one
Superman
night.
took so long to do that for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay.
Batman gets tipped off because one of Black Mask goons was talking about it. And he
Mm.
hears about it and like hears the inner gang went down or whatever. He's like, that's not none of my business. I'm gonna let Clark handle that shit. He tips him off, and then Superman goes snooping, and then sees that all that shit that fucking Lex gave the inner gang on the fucking sly is gone.
Mm. Gotcha. I'm thinking
Boom.
of one, but I can't think of who to pair him up with.
I see a
So I
Nightwing
want
Winter
See,
Soldier.
I was just Nightwing was my first one, but I'm trying to think if I want because I want to pair up two sidekicks. So I want them as Dick Grayson and Robin, but I'm trying. There's not a lot of sidekicks in Marvel now that I'm thinking about it. Not as many as there are like in DC. There's a ton of
Yeah,
sidekicks,
yeah.
but there's not that many in Marvel. Damn.
you know what you could do?
Mm.
Put put Dick Grayson on the fucking the
Oh, Young
X-Men
Avenger. Oh, the X-Men. Okay.
or for the fucking the X-Men Evolution X-Men.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny is he'd probably be able to take half of them. He's used
Oh
to
yeah.
fight. Yeah, he's
Oh
used to
yeah.
fight people like that all the time.
Yeah.
So that ain't nothing for him.
Let's not sit here and pretend like you would have to go get like the real freaks to get rid of the Bat family if they ever got like dropped in to the Marvel universe. Like
Oh man, I feel like the
the
Bat
psychics,
family.
the psychics and the magic motherfuckers and the heavy mutants. Oh yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
creaming them all day because that's just how shit works.
Uh,
But like if you ain't got some kind of like fire on you,
oh,
you
I
better
bet
leave
you.
them Bat kids alone.
I want to see either Robin or Dick Grayson, Robin or Nightwing with Spider-Man. I feel like
Oh my
they would be
god,
good.
yes.
They would be good
That
friends.
that
That
would
would
be
be a
Booster Gold.
conversation.
That would be
I
Booster
want to.
Gold and Blue Beetle.
Yeah, and Blue
That's
Beetle
what
exactly because they are both.
Someone pair Blue
Spider-
Beetle and Miles Morales.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one because they're like roughly the same age. Or if you're doing the Jaime one, they're about the same age, the same like we started heroing at the same time. So yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, I want to see Prime Spider-Man and Nightwing get together because I feel like they will be good friends. They're both
Oh, absolutely.
flipping all over
Bro,
the damn place. And
you do realize that fucking Peter's favorite gargoyle's name is Bruce, right?
oh, is this like the one he's
Yeah.
always perched on?
Yeah. The one he's always talking to and
Always,
shit.
yeah, the one he's like always. I thought it was always that falcon that's on the side of that building. I thought that was where he always sat, or is that where Miles sits? What's that building? The building that has that bird head on it. I
Yeah,
thought he was,
fuck.
you from there?
I'm
What's the name
high,
of
I'm high, leave me alone.
that? Oh, what's the name of it? Hold on. Let's see.
I'm just fucking Googling it now.
I'm trying to. Let's see. Just older ones that just
Oh,
popped
here it
up.
is. Chrysler Building. I put Bird Face Building in New York. Chrysler
Ah,
Building. Yep. I thought he's usually hanging out there
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is. But yeah, there's a specific gargoyle that he was always on, and
Hmm.
I
Yep.
forget who named him, but it
Is that the one
he
he's
named him
always like
Bruce.
when it's always raining on him too? He's always
Uh-huh.
hanging out. That's what cover is that? Who drew that? Is that the
Is that McFarlane?
Yeah, I think it was McFarlane, his run, because he drew Spider-Man wild. Like
Oh my God,
some
yeah.
of my favorite art of Spider-Man is the one he did it.
He's the one that started. So, bit of
The
nerd trivia.
webs.
Well, that, but he's
Mm.
also the one that started like drawing outside the frames.
Yep. Yeah, his shit is very iconic.
Yeah,
Yep.
very
I think
expressive.
he's the one that put the extreme detail on the webs.
Yes, he is.
Like made them like
Those
stand
are
out.
yep. Those are McFarlane webs.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
all of his like fabrics and like strings and shit
hmm
like that.
Yep.
Fucking Spawn's cape. Oh
Oh my
my God.
god. Cape. That cape looks like
I
a nightmare to draw, but it's
bro,
always fire when they
the,
draw it.
the way they did it in the movie, I fucking loved. I don't care that everybody thinks it's like cheap CG. That shit
No,
was gorgeous.
for the time, it looks CG, but it was a '90s movie. You saw when he
Yeah.
drops from the that skylight and the cape drapes over everybody.
No. I'm
You
talking about
talking
the one at the end.
oh,
That was
okay,
that
yeah,
too. That
yeah,
was cool too. But no, at the end when he's just like on top of the church, like
on the
in the
church, and it's just
oh
flowing
my
like I think the wind is
God.
coming. The wind is coming from his back, going
Uh-huh.
forward, and it pushes. You just see like, and I always love the high collar. I love his high collar,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
it
the
just
fucking I love that
yeah.
shit.
He need a fucking. I don't know what he doing in this movie. I mean, he forgot about it.
I don't know,
They just working
man.
on cape technology. That's what it is. They still trying to figure out that damn cape. Like shit, we need to make how Todd, why you make this cape so damn big?
Bro, just
But yeah.
hire some animators from Japan, man. Let's just
Oh
stop
yeah,
playing. Just
yeah.
stop playing. Give me a Spawn anime.
hmm
A Spawn remake right now would be good. They did it in the comics a while back. I think I mentioned it that, and they introduced like Angel Spawn, Cowboy Spawn, Preacher
Yup.
Spawn, just
Yeah,
shit
that's
like
I
that.
don't
But
know. Yeah, that's the shit I want to see. I never seen those others. Like I never read the comics that much, but
Yeah, man. That shit is
I'll talk
wild.
about it in December. What's
Oh
going on?
yeah?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing, Rico.
Oh, what's good, brother?
Ain't nothing. I'm
Oh,
booming.
and we talking about crossovers.
Uh, crossovers.
Yeah, you heard
Crossovers.
about this one on the screen?
Oh, yeah, it's classic. That's a classic one everybody been wanting to see. Animated, especially because Deadpool can't die
Right. That's what I
eventually.
was saying earlier. I said I think Batman gonna figure out a way to kill him just because he's annoyed by him. Not kill him, but at
Yeah,
least
like
get rid of him
Every
because Batman.
every one of these covers, he got a fucking batarang sticking out of his ass. Look at it, he got three of them in his chest. Look at that shit.
you said it earlier when you said kill him, and I said when you said Batman killed Deadpool, I immediately thought
I didn't
done.
think about it. Yeah.
No. I
Uh,
thought if Batman kills Deadpool, he's dead. I don't know why. That's what I
no.
thought. And then
You know
now I'm
what?
remembering that he
what?
has regeneration.
Oh, you didn't. What you forgot? You
I didn't
forgot. He
forget,
gets.
but I assumed automatically that if Batman were to kill him, he's
You,
dead.
Yeah,
you know
he
what
would be.
Batman? You
Yeah.
know what Batman would do?
Separate
He
body
would.
parts.
No. He would figure out how to cure that reanimation just to
Yeah.
let Deadpool know, hey, you can't regenerate anymore.
Well,
I can
hey,
kill you right now, so you need to stop fucking with me.
hey, yo. So can I be a nerd real quick?
Yeah.
So check me out, right? Deadpool is a human mutate,
hmm
right?
Okay.
He's a mutant artificially. Technically, that makes him a meta.
More or less.
There are cures to the meta
hmm
gene
Yep.
in the DC universe.
Who created that? Lex?
He figured it out.
It was either Lex or Cadmus or somebody like that.
The anti-life.
But actually, it might have been Star Labs. It might have been Star Labs because they
Probably
done.
all of them. They got too
Emil
many
Hammond,
labs.
yeah,
Labs in that
Emil
damn
Hamilton
universe.
was up to some shady shit later on with the whole Galatea and all that kind of weird shit. Yeah, but somebody did it. But yeah, because a couple people got shot with the shit, and it kicked their powers. So he could potentially get rid of Deadpool's powers.
I think
Also,
he would.
and actually, there's also anti-mutant technology
Yeah, the
in
collars. Yeah.
in
That
No,
the
was
fucking
Batman
raid,
Batman has one of those bullets or fucking pricks or something in
or
his belt
anti. Yeah,
already.
he's already got. Yeah, he's got
Right next to that
Just
anti-matter
in
fucking
case.
kryptonite.
weaponry. Yep.
Yep, just in case.
So
Because he's dealt with Man Bat, which is a mutant technically, so he probably has precedence to cure stuff like that.
yes, that's
All
what
he
I'm
has to
saying.
do is get a little bit of Deadpool's blood, figure that out in the weekend, and look, you're annoying me.
Yeah.
I can
He'll
kill
figure
you.
that out while he's
I
Bruce
have a
Wayne.
case to make, man.
Or if nothing else, he might be able to cure his particularly aggressive type of cancer, which will get rid of that
Oh,
healing factor. Period.
right, exactly. But no, that might make him powerful because
I was actually
hit
that might make him more powerful.
exactly because it's like with Wolverine. If it wasn't for the adamantium, he would be a full-on animal.
Oh, it's not the reverse.
Right.
Yes.
No, right. His Wolverine's healing factor is always healing him because the adamantium is poisonous. So it's
Poisoning.
always. And then Magneto, because they did it in the X-Men '97, Magneto pulls all the adamantium out of him.
Oh
which
yeah, I remember
allows,
that shit.
yes. So in the
Ooh.
comics, he goes feral because it happens in the
Yes.
comics, and because he's allowed to evolve now. His
Oh, I
healing
remember that
factor.
because that's ugly rat looking Wolverine. I remember that shit.
Right,
That's what-
exactly. And
Yes,
it's
with
the
the
same
bone
thing with
claws.
Claw.
Oh shit,
and
yeah.
and it's the
That's
same
why
thing
Bone
with
Claw Wolverine is scary.
exactly, and it's the same thing with Deadpool. His healing factor is always healing the cancer. If you get rid of that,
He'll die.
we don't know what I don't know the comics that well if that's happened before, but I feel like he would be
Yes.
yeah. There you go, that one. That's the crazy. So I'm assuming we'll see that in if they make another season of X-Men '97.
Cro-Magnon Wolverine.
Yeah. But my thing with Batman getting into Deadpool, it's almost like that. You know, when it comes to killing like a guy like Deadpool, you sort of want to harken back to that one DC thing where they had Superman show you how he devised a way to kill everybody in the Justice League. So
You talking about when Batman did it? Yeah.
Yeah, so and he didn't necessarily use weaknesses. He used their actual strengths. Like, you know, he made Flash have to move until he couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because if he stops, that bomb explodes.
Yeah. So I think with a guy as annoying as Wade Wilson, I think Batman would do something so bad. I think Batman would be so medieval with him that he'd make his healing factor. He'd make it so his healing factor. Thank you, sir.
I have a thought. Yeah, go ahead. I just have a thought when you finish.
He'd make his healing factor excruciating. Like, he'd be like, "Yo, I don't want to heal anymore. Just kill me now."
I feel like
never heal.
he would make his healing factor revert his age down to like a baby. That's what Batman would do. Look, I'm not killing you. I'm turning you into a baby. You can't do anything at that point because you're annoying me. You're in my house. You eat my food. I'm tired of you. Why are you here? Because you know, Wade would get a kick of just bothering Batman.
I got one. Martian Manhunter and Sabretooth.
Martian Manhunter versus Sabretooth?
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter would kill Sabretooth.
No,
He would just fly him to space. Oh, a team up. Okay.
No. What the fuck? No. He would turn into a dragon and eat his ass.
Yeah. He would turn into Sabretooth and just beat him with his own powers. Martian Manhunter is broken.
Yeah, that would be before he just like melted.
You know what?
Mind.
I got a good one. Martian Manhunter and Vision.
Okay, that's great.
How would they get along? They're very smart beings.
Huh.
Very powerful, both of them.
Is Vision cosmic?
He has an Infinity Stone, so he can be. I don't know if he has it normally in the comics. I don't know that much about him, but he does have an Infinity Stone.
I can't remember. I think they're around the same level though. So no, that would be crazy.
Too. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
Yeah, I like it, but Martian Man has that whack ass weakness, fire.
I'm about to say, is it
Galactus
fire?
versus Galactus and Thanos.
And we got to throw Darkseid in there too.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. Like Thanos and Darkseid.
I think Darkseid would kill. Well, Darkseid would kill Thanos only because he's an element of the
I did
universe.
see
So
someone put a
Oh, fuck.
Deathstroke and Taskmaster.
Oh nah.
now proper Taskmaster, not the shit we saw in the movies.
Okay.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that
No,
was
this is comics.
Yeah, that was a waste of Taskmaster in the movie. So now
Okay.
proper. I think. Well, Deathstroke has a healing factor too. I don't think it's as aggressive as
Nah.
Deadpool's, but he does have a healing factor.
No,
I
he
could
has
be
the
wrong
factor
though.
like Rogers.
Oh, okay, got you. But he got hands. He got
Yeah, he
probably
got real hands.
the second best hands of Batman. So
Yeah. But here's the thing. So does fucking Tony though.
Tony who?
Like fucking Taskmaster, Tony Masters.
Oh, I didn't ever do his name. I forgot you.
Yeah.
You and damn names.
My God.
I never knew his name. I just knew Taskmaster,
Yeah.
and he would copy
Yeah.
everything that Deathstroke's
Yeah.
doing.
Like that's
Yeah.
what he does. Like he learned
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's moves as a kid and was fucking
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good battle. I like that.
Yeah. I think at the end of it though,
Uh-huh.
he would have to do the thing and end it quickly though. He
Who?
couldn't let it go on Taskmaster because unfortunately, which it wouldn't be a problem because he's done it before with other super soldiers, but he'd have to end it quickly because Deathstroke is a super soldier.
Right.
So
Mhm.
he
Now
can
does-
like Captain America, he can do this shit all day.
Right. Does Taskmaster have a limit on what he copies, or for
as
like
long-
a
if it's-
certain amount of time or whatever?
if it's physically possible,
Uh-huh.
he can do it.
Like he has it permanently.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Ooh.
So once he learns a style, that's forever.
Oh no. Hold on. Oh, I don't remember. I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, there
Or
is a time limit,
he
but
would
it's not
probably
like.
is. Okay, so like for the battle, he would have those
Yeah.
skills for the battle. Okay, gotcha. That's what I was wondering, if it was like a minute and then he'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta."
Oh no,
remember-
they're bumming around like the city for like weeks at a time. Like
Got
no,
you.
he's
Okay.
keeping that shit. Like
Gotcha. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one. Because he's got, like, if you think about if he's already fought the Avengers, then he's got all those skills too.
yeah, like if they're battling over the course of a week or whatever, like
Mhm.
yeah, he's gonna keep their shit. But like if he fights you one time and then like 2 years later, like he's not gonna like he might remember your shit, but he's not gonna be like exactly copying.
Right,
until you, like,
gotcha.
you show him again. So
Yeah, they really did that. That was a waste of a character they did in the movie.
yeah, because he plays patty cake with people. Like it is like people underestimate how like crazy Taskmaster is because all one has to do to be Taskmaster is to have photographic like reflexes and work the fuck out. Like go do CrossFit. I swear to God. Like,
CrossFit.
go do cross. No, I'm being serious. I'm being
okay.
so serious because plyometrics in calisthenics is key to what he does.
Got you. Okay.
Gymnastics,
Right.
calisthenics, and plyometrics. That's literally all you need. Train like a
Just-
fiend and eat like a Marvel superhero trainer.
Like One Punch Man.
So you
type
just
drama?
so you just trying
Like,
to wear him down time wise.
No. Like work yourself. Like eat and work out like they make Chris Hemsworth work out
Mhm.
and do that and have that photographic reflexes and literally just watch YouTube, watch TV. And train. Literally, that's all you have to do because when you come across motherfuckers like fucking Wolverine or Captain America who can fucking box, if you have the same kind of physical training, you can just counter the shit.
Got you. Okay.
Listen,
I mean, you
have that.
You can't with Captain America. I don't know about Wolverine. You
Well, yeah.
counter some shit, you might cut your hand off. So
Yeah,
it
but
says early in his career, Taskmaster learns skills by just watching news footage. And by watching a video recorded and fast forward, he can move at superhuman speeds by mimicking that.
What? So he's mimicking a
But
video in fast forward. Is he watching a martial arts flick in fast forward? He could do it that fast.
he can do it that fast, but doing so places extremely high levels of strain on his body.
Okay.
It can only be used in short bursts. A side effect of this entire reflexes and stuff like that is the more knowledge and ability he learns, the more of his personal memories he loses.
Oh, because it's pushing out other stuff.
Yep.
Got you.
That's also why he's kind of cold and detached.
This makes sense. Yeah, he's an assassin.
Yeah.
Okay. So he
he's
does
arguably
keep
the
it.
best hand-to-hand combatants in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like when I
Yeah,
tell
they
you that
don't have-
motherfucker is bad.
So is he better than like Shang-Chi and Iron Fist?
I don't know.
Because they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the.
I don't know
They're
about
supposed to be the best
Shang-Chi.
hand.
That whole
It
It
world.
says he has perfectly replicated the fighting styles of several of the most skilled martial artists in his verse, including Elektra, Iron Fist, Shang-Chi,
Oh,
Captain
there you go.
America, and Wolverine.
Oh,
Damn,
There
so
you
he
go.
is
That's
up
that-
there.
Well,
That's
that's
just a
it.
battle then. That's a
Yeah.
battle.
It is.
but to
'Cause they-
beat Batman-
Spider-Man even stated that fighting Taskmaster was like fighting 7 of the Avengers at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The only person I know that can
Respect.
like whoop up on him with like any certainty is Deadpool, because Deadpool is erratic.
Oh, he can't.
Oh,
he can't,
yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't have a
fucking,
style. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And Deadpool is also just mentally an opportunist.
Yeah,
He
He
is
gonna
just a
make
high.
you.
He is also a highly trained opportunist. Yeah, but people don't completely underestimate, number one, his power, and number two, how much effort he puts into training, and the fact that this was one of the hardest working motherfuckers in like comics, because
talking about?
his his whole
Taskmaster, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
his whole gig is training henchmen to source out to other people.
Mm. Yeah, waste of a character in the movie.
Yeah.
Bro, like that's a whole fucking hustle. Like what?
Sure.
Yeah,
That's another
Bad
one.
guys used to rent Taskmaster to pretend to train for like other heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smart. That's
Yeah,
smart
what
because he can
happened?
fight like that.
Y'all consult too. Y'all forgot about
Wait,
that.
what
Yeah.
happened? They said what?
They used to use in the comics. They used to use Taskmaster to train. So you like if you were gonna fight Captain America, you got Taskmaster for a few dollars. They act like Captain America.
Yeah.
Is you rent Taskmaster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
He
couple
would
dollars.
But I forgot he would like consult and shit like that. But yeah, he would. Yeah, it was weird because he would always, whenever he would show up in Spider-Man comics or whatever, he would show up at like the weirdest times. It's like this has nothing to do with like anything Avengers level or anything like X Factor or whatever. It's just like, why the fuck is Taskmaster? He's like, oh, well, fucking being
I was
fucking
dropping by.
paid. I got a goddamn job. I got like need a house. Like the fuck. Like, come
Ghost
on,
is like
Pete.
that too. Ghost
Yeah.
is you see ghosts in like the oddest places.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rant like that. The fucking Taskmaster is fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he'd have to end that fight fast, because fucking
Ooh.
Deathstroke is another top fucking combatant, and he is a goddamn super soldier. I don't know if I would have him against Captain America. Then again,
Who?
so
Who you talking about?
Deathstroke.
Oh, okay.
Deathstroke. Yeah, I don't think I would have him versus. And
Why?
I maybe
You think he would lose against Captain America?
yeah,
That'd be a good fight, though. That'd be
it would,
good.
but it would not be an easy fight. But like, yeah, I think Cap's got that.
Yeah. Who I want to see. I think we're just turning this into a Marvel versus DC thing, but I want to see Black Canary versus Black Widow. Who wins that fight? Or do they team up? I don't know.
If we talking about a fight, that's unfortunately that's going to Black Canary.
Black Canary. Yeah. I about to say
Black Canary got
if
hands.
she does. She really
And she
Like,
does.
she got
trained-
fucking
She got trained by that one
hands.
dude.
Yeah,
Wildcat.
Wildcat. Yeah. And she spars on the reg with Wonder Woman and the Justice League,
Girl.
Yeah.
She's always
Yeah.
she's training youngsters and shit like that. On top of
Yeah.
the fact that she regularly tangles with like the League of Shadows, who
Mhm.
are known for their martial arts and shit, like
Yeah.
fucking with Lady
And-
Shiva.
Yep. And she rarely uses her power, not because she doesn't have to. That's like
Yeah,
a
she
last
doesn't need
resort.
Like
Yeah.
for all that I hate her fucking origins and her like early shit, like later on she became much more tolerable. And
Mhm.
yeah, that bitch has hands, brother. Like
Oh, I got another one. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Thor and the best Hawk Girl battle is just heavy ass metal maces.
oh shit. Nah, brother.
I think I mean
Nah.
Mjolnir is broken, but I think her serves her thing. That Nth metal, they
Yeah.
might be toe to toe.
If
You
she
know?
got Nth metal armor,
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because
That's a-
motherfucking okay, regular Thor versus
yes, it has to be regular Thor because if we're talking like Odin Force Thor or
Nah, I'm about to say, yeah.
then that's broken. We're not
Yeah.
going there. We're going just base.
that's
Obviously,
a good ass fight.
Thor on whatever her comparable level would be because
Yeah.
I don't think she gets any like crazy powers, but
No.
she got hands too. But I just want to see two heavy ass pieces of metal. Both of them are just brawlers. They don't really have no
Yeah.
kind of fighting style or nothing. They just brawlers, So I think that would be a good fight. He might see
That's
a fellow warrior and be like, "Damn, you want to join? the Avengers?"
Right?
I
Yeah,
saw a
like-
couple of hands with Thor and Wonder Woman around people.
That's a good one too. They're both gods, so that would be a great fight.
Yeah, that
Thor
would
and
actually
Wonder
be
Woman is
crazy.
comparable
Say it again.
because Thor and Wonder Woman is comparable because they have weapons
Yeah.
that were made by gods. Armor.
Exactly.
Like Wonder Woman probably
Oh.
beats the hell out of Thor. Though.
Oh,
Yeah, I think she's probably got
Oh.
more combat, like more, like
She's made to free.
Bro. I
Yeah.
would love to see Absolute Wonder Mommy versus
Who?
Thor.
Who knows Absolute Wonder
Mommy.
Woman? You ain't doing your
Absolute-
fanfics in here.
Nah, the Absolute Wonder Woman.
Wow,
Absolute Wonder-
someone said that they heard a rumor that there was also this got switched. Before it was the Batman and Daredevil, there's a
okay.
Superman and Fantastic Four.
You scared me for a minute saying I thought there was a chat going. I was like, oh shit, somebody finna talk shit.
Oh no. Sorry. I was reading this article while y'all was talking too, just to make sure that like I found that I didn't miss any like official ones that and we had mentioned it.
But no, when I say Absolute Wonder Mommy, I mean Absolute Wonder Woman. I would love to see that versus fucking Hawk Girl.
They have fought before, haven't they?
Not Absolute.
Oh, what's Absolute? Oh, is this in the new Absolute?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't read it yet. That's,
Wait,
okay,
who
that's
fights
why.
in the new Absolute?
No, nobody
Yeah.
fights in the new episode. I'm saying it would be cool to see.
Oh.
Well, Wonder Woman is not an easy name to throw around. She's the
Nah.
Holy Trinity. So when
Yeah.
I think about her, I think about who is her canonical equivalent on the Marvel side, because canonically it's Athena of the Warriors 3. Well, it's one of Thor's companions of the Warriors 3. I forget her name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot
Sif.
about that. Maybe Lady Sif. Maybe.
Lady Sif.
Yeah.
Lady Sif, but again, Lady Sif is immortal to mortals in Marvel, right?
Right, but outside of
People-
that too,
Some people
But-
are saying
but-
Power Princess.
I don't know who that is.
You got me.
Well, I'll say Power Girl.
Power Girl.
Power Princess.
I know. She's in Marvel. Oh,
Valkyrie?
is she from?
Is Valkyrie the one y'all talking
Oh
about?
my god.
No, Sif.
No, Lady Sif. She's on the Warriors 3 with Thor.
Lady Sif is supposed to be a representation of Wonder Woman in a way because she's supposed to be like what what like Athena is based off of.
Got you.
Things of that nature. Like, yeah, she did. Sif looks like absolute Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she kind of does. I saw that picture. Oh, damn, that axe she had right there. Yeah,
That's tough as fuck.
yeah, that's a good battle. Her and Wonder Woman, that's a good battle.
But the thing is, that's just it. It's not because, like, power level wise, even at base, Sif isn't Wonder Woman. She
Right?
isn't
Yeah,
even
Wonder. Like Wonder Woman's fighting Ares and like the whole pantheon. Lady Sif, you know, yeah,
with
like
a
you
stick
said,
in a can, baby. With the stick in the can. That's oh man. When I say I love Wonder Woman,
they used to do her dirty to make sure that she was second fiddle to Clark, but they've wised up.
Oh yeah,
because she's a goddess at the end of the day.
I think the big three, like that name, is relatively new because it wasn't always. I don't think Wonder Woman was always up there with Batman and Superman, but I think, like you said, they've corrected. No, she is to us. We know now, like
in lore.
We've known, like right. We know she's always been up there with them, but I think the general public now is putting Wonder Woman
respect
up
on
these
their
two. Right? Exactly. Like we know she's.
Like the comics have always put them together, though.
Oh no, I know that. I'm just saying for us, we know like just the Justice cartoon. She's always up there, but yeah, but I think the general public.
Ricochet. I'll put it like this. Ricochet. The general public has seen like we could count over 2 handfuls of Batman and Superman. You haven't seen that for Wonder Woman specifically because men. The comic world,
right? Well, they had the show back in the day, but in between that, it's been nothing. It wasn't anything until the Wonder Woman movie.
99% fan service, though. It wasn't like serving the purpose of like showing us that she's this awesome, superpowered goddess from like Themyscira, and her soul is just special because of this and that happened. They're not like giving us a cornerstone basis for her superpowers.
Well, I'm glad they didn't do I'm glad they didn't do like she was a clay woman that they brought to life. I'm glad they didn't do that.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that was. But I hope that they do her justice. I'm just saying that we've seen so many attempts to create some like commercial success for Batman and Superman, not at the level of Wonder Woman until Gal Gadot.
Wait, why was the clay thing dumb?
I'm just saying that I don't even know it wouldn't have played in movies. I know that much.
Yeah.
Is that one of the storylines? She was made out of clay.
She was made out of clay. I think they changed it to where she's Zeus's daughter or whatever. But yeah, she was originally made out of clay, and they brought her to life.
52.
Right.
Before the New 52, she was this. I believe, and box me if I'm talking wild. The whole clay girl thing was, somebody broke into I think the soul, where they kept all the souls of like the Amazons at Paris, because they had this like cycle of reincarnation. So apparently she was the last one after some creatures broke in and killed a bunch of them, and then they formed the last one into this like. They put the last soul into this like clay girl, and that became Wonder Woman. That's why she's special, because those Amazons are the last of their kind.
Y'all remember the original?
It's something like that.
Original what?
The original, where they would reproduce.
Oh, they'll bring men and.
Oh, you're talking about yeah.
Oh, like the OG, how Amazons really reproduce.
Yeah.
And then kill them.
That's why snoo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least they taught us how to fish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think James Gunn has the benefit of hindsight and everything that's came before. So I don't think I hope he doesn't make those same mistakes.
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. That's
I'm pretty sure they are. Pretty sure they are. Her character doesn't fit. I don't believe with this.
Kal-El, no.
I don't think I think she was fine in Wonder Woman in the first one.
in the first one.
Right. I think her acting and how she acted because she left. It fit with her leaving the island for the first time and coming to the real world, so it fit. Everything else after that wasn't great. The crack started to show.
She ain't got no, cause she ain't got no range, brother.
Right. Exactly.
She ain't got no
Exactly.
range.
No,
Yep.
She is
and it
just
showed.
pretty. And people talk shit so bad when I said that shit. It was like, bro, y'all don't understand.
No, I didn't like her physical representation of Wonder Woman more than anything.
No, I didn't either, but I didn't say anything.
I didn't like it because I first of all,
Everybody didn't like it. Like she did, like especially when she got cast. Because the last thing I had saw her in was that Fast and Furious 4, and she looked crazy skinny, like hella skinny. And there's a whole scene where she has a bikini on, and they the way they filmed it, like she had a fat ass. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'm seeing something different, but whatever. But she did, like like she did put on the muscle as much as she could by the time she got cast. So it didn't look terrible, but the way like Wonder Woman is represented now in the comics and the cartoons and everything, she's
ain't gonna work.
right. It's underprepared.
Even the Silver Age. Even the Silver Age. If you see her, even in the forget the Silver, even the Golden Age, where you see the Superman, Batman adventures. Even when you see her there,
she looks like she just whooped somebody's ass. Yeah,
like she looked like you don't want to.
She had that 50s build, like
she was a tall broad. That's what it was.
Like she churns butter. Like she churns butter, man.
Exactly.
Like the milkmaid.
Broad shoulders, yeah. But she has a smile on your face on her face while she's beating your ass.
She reminds me of Thor. That's what she reminds me of. Like if
right.
We used to call those women statuesque.
That's it. That's it. Brick house. Like she's supposed to be like 6'2", right? Like
but now I'm wondering how would they even do it, because looking at the Superman, he's not huge like Henry Cavill was, but he is a newer Superman, so he can get bigger, whatever. But are we gonna go like? Is she gonna be? He's not gonna be big and brolic like that, because they're making him more like the Chris Reeves was, which was not, big and brolic, whatever. So I just be curious how they do this. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, right? Why would an alien that gets strength from the sun need to be
big? Right. Right.
Like
it makes it very unassuming.
You know what I'm saying? But it's awesome that they're doing this more closer to home as far as like what it looks like, because he reminds me of what, and I had a conversation with Saint, and he reminds me of Smallville. Like it gives me like this old school feel.
Which I think they're trying to get back to. I think we've had the dark and gritty and all that, and I think the dark and gritty Zack Snyder stuff opened the door to produce your what if Superman was bad, i.e. your Homelanders, your Omni-Mans, your all that. And I think that's starting to wind down now, because like The Boys is finishing, Invincible's probably still got a couple more seasons, but now I think James Gunn, who probably grew up reading those Silver Age, Golden Age type Supermans, he's bringing it back to that, which I think it's time for that kind of stuff, and I think it'll play a little better.
Also, Saint, I wanted to correct myself. The other podcast we were talking about people that got inspired by things. I kept mentioning James Gunn in reference to WandaVision. I meant Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
I meant Kevin Feige.
Okay.
Feige was the one that was watching old
those shows, like
old shows and shit like that.
Yeah.
And got inspired, and that's the only reason WandaVision happened like that. I was like, brother, what?
Did you not like WandaVision?
Oh no. WandaVision was actually pretty cool. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't too much like. I didn't like the fact that they like They softened up that storyline a lot because it was terrifying, but at the same time, that shit was funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I'm about to sit down, so I'm about to draw a line in the sand right now. Ready? Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate.
Doesn't that start the Fate have something with that helmet? What's the
Yeah,
deal with
he's new. What is it? Nubu? Is that the name of him? He's
Naboo.
Nabu. Yeah, he's the god inside of that helmet. So that is a god, though. So he might god. I mean, but Strange does tangle with gods. So
well, he's beaten the
So
whole.
does it's not that he tangles with God, like he tangles with like the elder things of chaos and shit.
right, you talking about
Like
Strange, right?
No, talking about Naboo.
Oh, I'm talking about Strange. He tangles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because
Yeah.
he is the opposite. He is the whatever the opposite of the chaos gods in that universe.
Yeah. With the
Good
order.
gods. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, the order. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, there's Lords of Chaos and Lords of Order. I think Clarion and his fucking little girl opposite are both the same thing. I think he killed her though. Yeah, it's Etrigan's whole thing is wild.
I like
yeah, Etrigan.
Gone the form of man.
Rise the demon.
something Etrigan. Yeah.
No, oh bro, my
I forgot.
favorite
I
one.
like him, but I don't remember what he says.
He's like, "Gone, ye little man so tame, rise the demon." Oh, what's his name? and he transforms.
He always
And
dropping bars.
It's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yep.
It's like if the Hulk was rhyming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, bro.
That's scary because how strong he is.
I would love to see Ultimate Green Goblin versus Etrigan. If you
What's
know,
Ultimate Green Goblin?
Pull him up real
just
quick.
Just like Etrigan, pretty much. It looks crazy. It's if like the lizard swallowed a dragon. It's crazy.
That's actually a very good reference.
You said if a lizard swallowed a dragon?
If the lizard swallowed a dragon.
Oh shit.
Were we lying though?
Damn. I thought that was Savage Dragon for a second, but
Ultimate Green Goblin was crazy.
What happened to him? Did the gas go crazy or something on him?
Yeah. Galaxy gas.
Rolling that gas.
Galaxy gas. Oh shit, that's a good one.
Similar storyline, different outcome.
Yeah. Ultimate. This dude could jump like the fucking. I remember playing the Ultimate Spider-Man game. This motherfucker could jump like the Hulk, bro. Like he was hopping across the city. When I tell you, like in leaps and bounds. Like this cat was clearing like several blocks in one hop.
So come on, did we settle Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange? Because I think that Fate, it's hard, right? Because Dormammu is a god.
That's what I'm saying. Like Strange tangles with gods all the time, and Fate is a god. Yeah, they both tangle with gods, but one is a god though.
Yeah.
What is Agamotto though? What is the Agamotto is the. No, go ahead.
I assume he might be god level. I don't think he is a god, right?
But that's what I mean. Like Agamotto is like, for all intents and purposes, Agamotto chooses the person that protects the realm,
right?
The material realm.
If we're talking about like what they can do
with the helmet,
what they can do, Strange might got more shit to throw at him than Fate does. Fate's be throwing ox at people. That's all I ever see him do. I'm like, he is powerful, but he just be throwing ox at people like Prince. And Doctor Strange just has his bag of tricks is infinite as far as I know.
He'd be like the seven
comics.
bands of
the Spider-Rat, the Winds of Watum, some random other shit, Yeah,
in the comics, he be doing wild shit. He be throwing spells and shit. But I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Fate got that.
That's what I'm saying.
Just-
That's what I'm saying. Like
just-
I think Strange would beat him just off of
I have one beef with Doctor Strange.
what's that?
Is that he's really a wizard and he's not a sorcerer.
No,
Why you
he's
say
completely
that?
a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's a sorcerer. Why you say
He's
that?
definitely not a sorcerer. He always saying spells.
Oh, you talking about as far as he needs to just not be able to say them?
Bro, I'm
But
a
he's
D&D
not-
guy, bro. I'm a D&D.
Got you.
But wait a minute,
He's
though.
wizard.
He's not innately magic though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's why he's a wizard. Well, no, actually,
Yeah.
he is
wizard.
magic.
No,
He is
wizard.
innately magic. He was born that way. He was chosen.
No.
I thought he learned it. I thought he
No,
learned
he
that
learned
way.
magic. He learned magic.
He's
later on.
what's the girl in Harry Potter?
Hermione.
Hermione, right?
Hermione?
Ooh, that's an
Half
N
blood-
word.
No.
Mud blood.
Right, because she
Mud-
wasn't
Who?
inherently she wasn't
Hey.
inherently magic, right? She learned it, right? Or was one of her parents
Well,
magic?
she's half.
No.
She's half.
Okay, got you. Okay.
No, she's not.
She-
She's
that-
not.
that's
half.
her-
She's
not a muggle.
She's born from Muggle parents, but she's magical.
Also, you
Ah,
can become magic if your
she's
parents, even if both
muggle-born.
of your parents aren't magic.
Yeah, she's what's
Oh,
called
I didn't know
muggle
that.
born.
So
That's worse than
Gotcha.
mud blood.
Damn.
hold on. There's
Never.
we get into weird like fan theories, but there's a pervading theory that there has to be some kind of magical lineage later on.
Right,
i.e.
just like skip
squibs.
generation type thing.
Well, not even that. Squibs can have children.
What's a squib? That sounds more racist than mud.
Yeah, it does.
What?
What
So I
is
don't know if
that?
I don't know if y'all remember the old lady
Oh.
Arabella.
You ain't saying a word that's really racist and get this whole podcast.
Well, let me explain. Shit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
So, do y'all remember the old lady Arabella Fig, the old cat lady that lived next to Aunt Petunia?
Is this in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. That old lady was a spy for Albus Dumbledore.
I think I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
The reason she
one
was a
that's-
spy is because she is a squib. She is a magical or a child who is technically magical but cannot use a wand or use any kind of magic, born of magical parents.
Why can't she use like a wand or anything?
Not talented.
Because that's how she's born.
Oh, like look. Oh, okay. So she just can't do it.
It's
I
like
thought
No,
you meant
like
like-
she can't. No, she can't. Like she has nothing. She has no magic.
she can
Gotcha.
see.
Okay. I thought you meant like she couldn't pick one up for a rule or something. Okay.
Oh
I got
no
it.
no.
Oh, she just can't do it. Okay, that makes sense. So
yeah,
that's
she has-
so they have magic.
sensitive.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Force sensitive, the equivalent of force
Yeah.
sensitive. You might not be a Jedi, but you're like
you guys
in,
are crossing the streams.
yeah.
I know, but it's
Crossing the
it's
streams.
it's like the dude at did y'all see Rogue One? Remember Donnie Yen's character? He
Yeah.
wasn't a Jedi, but he was force sensitive. He could still see
Yes.
loosely
Mhm.
with the
Force.
force.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's a squib. Got you.
Yep. And the
I forgot what
prevailing
the
theory,
original thing we were talking about.
the prevailing theory is two squibs who maybe don't know each other
Uh-huh.
because they're cast out all the time and stuff like that. Like people get rid, they don't like people like that because purebloods are fucking racist, whatever. But two squibs that don't know they're squibs marry, have kids. All of a sudden, maybe they're squibs too. Who knows how long that goes along, and then all of a
Right.
sudden one of the kids pops
shows.
out. Boom, Muggle born.
Gotcha. So you're thinking Doctor Strange may have something like that in his family history? Like there may have been some magic he used. I don't know if that's the same in the Marvel
That's
universe.
That's what Wancho was saying. What I was saying was in Marvel you can learn magic without being innately magical.
But check this.
Gotcha.
This is where I kill it. Right? If you understand, and if the MCU does this right, they could bring the Midnight Suns into the fold and all of that beautifully.
Everybody,
Oh, bro,
They do
nah.
this right.
everybody wants the Midnight Suns, but you got to
If-
do a lot of work
If
to
they
get
do this
that.
right,
What's the Midnight
Yeah.
Sun story? Y'all can explain that after this statement.
So
Okay, gotcha.
check this out. And I'll preface this in order to transition beautifully into that, because they're bringing Doom into the fold.
Mhm.
The next person in line to be the Sorcerer Supreme if Doctor Strange dies in 616
Oh,
is Doctor
what?
Doom.
Wonder said that earlier. He told us that earlier because one of our other matchups was Doom versus Did we say Lex? Right.
Yeah.
And he was saying how much shit Doctor Doom gets in, and I
He's a
didn't know he
monster.
was right. I didn't know he was Social Supreme at the time. That motherfucker
He's
just
literally
did everything.
he's evil Tony Stark. He's the equivalent
Right.
of evil Tony Stark if Tony Stark had a country like Black Panther.
Gotcha. God, you think that
Not
man,
very.
they
He's
gonna have to
evil
throw the
attorney.
bag at Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he would probably do
Right.
it if you threw enough money at him, but it's
The
gonna
problem
be it's
is,
gonna
I don't
take.
think we're gonna get that Doom.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're probably right. I think this Doom is one and done, which is
Yeah.
I
unfortunate.
think this is a multiverse Doom, and they're gonna
Exactly.
actually introduce another Doom.
Yeah, but would it just look like? Are they setting the precedence where this Doom is going to look like Tony Stark?
I think that's what it's going to be. I feel like this is the hype train to get everything started. Tony Stark will be Dr. Doom because there are storylines all over the place where he is. But with all of these multiverse things and the talk about the MCU wanting to get into the multiverse and stuff like that, and trying with Doctor Strange, I feel like they're going to introduce him as Dr. Doom, but then there's going to be that actor who's going to be the Dr.
Mads
Doom.
Nicholson. He would be a perfect Dr. Doom.
Bro, shut up.
Wait.
Bro.
Even he's already a character, but that don't matter. He's that character.
Who is he?
So in the first Doctor Strange, he was the bad guy in that. Mads Nicholson. He was I forgot his name now.
Oh yeah, he was the guy, the magic guy against him. Yeah.
No, not Mordo. The white dude who they were fighting, who him and Mordo were fighting.
In the city.
He's a fantastic actor. I know exactly.
Yes, he is, and he would be a perfect. He's European, of course.
Le Chiffre.
He's Le Chiffre, exactly from Casino Royale.
Yeah,
And
I've always known him as the Chief. I was like, yo, man, if he ever hits me in the nuts like that, that's the only time I'll be upset. But I love him.
But yeah, I think they should have. He should be Doom. I think he'd be perfect as that. If you want to do it, is another thing. So,
how about my boy, man, that did it when the original Doctor Doom?
Just realized I never got to answer that.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. No, never mind. Nothing.
So, what's the story of Midnight Suns, real quick?
The Midnight Suns are a supernatural group that work. Sometimes they work in unison with Doctor Strange, but sometimes they don't. But it's like every supernatural remnant in the Marvel universe sort of sits with the Midnight Suns, and they have their own sort of genre in Marvel.
They deal with like the vampires, the ghosts. It usually Blade's on that team. Sometimes Wolverine, Venom. It's kind of a turning roster, but it's anybody who has what's the magic chick? Not magic chick.
Magic is there.
Yeah, Magic. Yeah, her. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
I have the video game here. They do a lot of like.
Was that good? Because it was on sale, and I thought about getting it.
Dude, I play that game.
I think it might be free now.
Yeah, I think it was free as well.
I want to stream it, but I'm kind of afraid to because I have a hard time moving forward in that game because I do a lot of exploration.
Well, that's what people come to see.
Yeah. I mean, that says the person who doesn't stream. But
well, yeah, I'm
talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me.
But yeah, that's what people like to see.
Yeah, people will watch that shit.
Yeah, but I love it though because the hunter in that game is like a made up character. Like the main character is made up, but the storyline, the way they integrate, the Midnight Suns are a bunch of misfit people because we learned that as a fan base that Venom is tied to the King in Black, so being from Clintar, the Venom symbiote is like it can reach God level tier. Mm-hmm. So it makes him eligible to be part of the Midnight Sun because his alien powers are more magic than anything.
But doing that in the MCU, that's a lot of work to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they just need one character. Just Blade would set that off perfectly, but they can't get that shit right
Well,
at
the thing
all.
is, they have to get a lot of things right because you know who's part of the Midnight Suns?
Black
Scarlet
Knight.
Witch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Scarlet Witch is a Midnight Sun.
Black Knight.
Yeah, Black Knight. I don't know a lot about him. I just know there was that terrible after credit scenes in the
Oh
Eternals.
yeah, with Jon
John, yeah,
Snow.
John,
Oh,
yeah, John,
yeah. That's why I thought that was him, the Jon Snow.
yeah, because he was supposed. That's the ebony sword. And I think it makes. If correct me if I'm wrong, it makes him immortal, but it also has a bloodlust, so he has to kill some kind of thing like that. And that voice that said, "Oh, be careful picking that up," or whatever that was supposed to be Blade. So, but we ain't getting no Blade, which that still
I
makes
think that
upset.
Mahershala Ali's gonna be too old by the time they get to
Hell yeah, he is. He ain't signing on for 3 of these or however many they do.
Dude.
Like, yeah, you had a perfectly good actor and just fuck that up.
How about John Boyega?
I think Star Wars burned him as far as like signing on with a franchise, and it's Disney. So I don't think I don't think he would do it. He would be good, but I don't think he would do it. And Blade is originally British anyway, so he could just use his regular accent.
I'm not gonna lie. If they started with a British Blade and then brought him into, because you know the British Blade storyline is the original Blade storyline,
Right, because he didn't have all the powers that he does in the Blade movies, right?
bro. Do you know that Will Smith? Wesley Snipes single-handedly created what we know as the modern Blade.
Oh, I didn't know
Do you
that.
know that? Yes, he created Shaft as a vampire. That's what he was trying to do. Like he's famous for this. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's not lying though.
this is famous.
How did you say
This
that?
was
I'm
the
like,
best
oh
kept
shit.
black secret. I swear, this is the best kept black secret. He created the 1995 Spider-Man version of Blade and all that. That's Wesley Snipes.
Yes,
Like,
that is, bro.
Yes.
Also, he didn't look like that prior to.
No, he was a British kid
Wow.
from London.
Because that
He
was
a
my.
bloke.
I mean, I knew he was British, but I thought he
He's a
still
bloke.
looked like that, like the motorcycle and the sword and all that.
Nah, Wesley
That's
made that
crazy. I did not know that.
Dude, Wesley made that up in the same way that you know,
Loki.
my man. This
Tom
guy,
Hiddleston, Loki.
A mixed race British, white, black, British man. It's
That's
his
how he was originally?
biography on Wikipedia.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Wow. And like only thing he had was like he couldn't be turned into a vampire, right? He didn't have the strength. He didn't have the blood. Like he just was just immune to becoming a vampire. As far as I remember, that's it. Like he didn't have the powers and all that other shit. That's crazy. He said, vampire Shaft. And he really is. I'm not gonna be able to unsee that shit now. Now I'm thinking of Sam Jackson could have been as bad in like Blade Shaft too, you know?
Right.
Dude, man. I wouldn't make that up, man. Not in front of y'all.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Yes, he was born in a brothel in fucking London.
So was his mother still bit by a vampire? Is that still how he became what he is? Is that
I believe so. I believe so. I want to say that's true. And then he's like always looking for revenge. And then he ran into some African guy that taught him how to fight. Like even the idea of Whistler.
Yeah, even Deacon Frost was still there.
Yeah, Frost was there, but Whistler, like the character Whistler,
the
way they did it in the movie was not supposed to be that way. It was totally different. It was some vampire hunter from Africa, and then he taught him how to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fight.
No wonder he. All right, now I understand what.
The guy name was Stick, not Whistler, but yeah.
No, I thought Stick was Daredevil's guy.
It says Stick.
Is it just
training? Additional. Oops.
You know, now I see why Wesley is so.
Yeah.
I see why Wesley's so passionate about that character. Then.
Yeah, because he created.
Right.
This is why Daywalker fans, like, when he be talking and people like get all fanatical about him, is because he created like a cult character that Marvel can't even run away from. No way, shape, or form with it.
That's true. It's like it's ingrained. If you say the word Blade, like there's a Blade game coming out, and I'm wondering, they haven't showed what he looks like in the game, but I'm assuming it's going to look like the Wesley Snipes Blade.
My brother, you know what bothers me the most about this whole thing? How the fuck can Tekken do Blade better than anybody else can?
Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is pretty cool.
Tekken? He's in Tekken?
What?
As Blade, or
look up the character Raven.
Oh,
please, somebody.
Raven?
Yep, Raven from Tekken.
Oh, wow. My damn whole fingers are off.
What was you typing? Oh, I saw. Okay, so I saw a funny Instagram thing. Yeah, I saw a funny Instagram thing where because I guess you can customize each character. Somebody customized him as Cisco from Thong Song because he has the blonde hair and he was doing all kind of flips and shit. So that I didn't know that's what he originally looks like. Is he a vampire? Yeah, that's it right there.
He's just a ninja.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. There's a video that goes with it, but
get out of here, dog.
Go down one go right. This purple one. I'm pointing at my monitor like you can see it. Go forward to the right. That one. See if that video is there. But that's from the video. It's playing the Thong Song. So, it's probably just a screenshot from it.
Oh no, I got it. Hold on.
Okay. I saw this shit.
Scandalous.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So it's like, what the fuck is this?
Come on. Come
on. They got the vest on. They got everything.
He did hand signs.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I saw this shit a long time ago. I'm like, that is perfect. Cause this gonna be doing martial arts and flipping and shit.
You do.
Yeah.
Cisco did like picking up sand and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's Trunks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Eddie on the beach.
Not finishing the video.
Yep.
He said, "All right."
That is amazing.
That is crazy. I did not know that shit about Blade. They moving forward with the movie, right?
No, it's been taken off the slate. It was so it was originally announced. I want to say either 2019 or 2020. One of those.
I have the craziest way to move forward with Blade.
Hold that one thought. Appreciate everyone taking a listen to this episode. Please feel free to check out the more and then, as always,
don't forget to have fun.
Catchphrase. Slam.
Wancho, you don't have a catchphrase yet?
Love, peace, chicken grease.
There we go.
He got one for you, did, Saint.
I know, right? Look, I can't be doing that now. Hold on.